of August. Can you believe it? We're going to be doing readings for the monthly forecast for our 3 earth signs tonight, starting out with Virgo. Happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. Then Capricorn, and then Taurus. I'm sorry I haven't been on in a very long time, guys. I was very, very sick for almost all of August. It was not COVID, but I got a back-to-back cold thing. Tested negative for that both times, but there's some kind of real nasty cold, and it gave me a bad sinus infection. So I'm still getting over it a little bit, so you might still hear me coughing and sniffling some through these reads. But I've just been really ill, and I hope y'all are doing okay out there. Definitely be careful, wash your hands. I do all those things, and I still got it. So, there's just a lot. There's something going on, something out in the air right now. So just be careful out there. Wash your hands. Be careful where you go. Don't sit next to people sneezing and coughing, because it hit me hard. I found a hawk feather, guys. Look at that guy. I found this in my yard, I'm going to say maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I saw it from the window. We have a lot of red-tailed hawks around our neighborhood, and I just saw it kind of laying there like that, and I saw it. I was like, is that a feather? And I came out, and it was right there, so I was really happy. Has a beautiful, like, you can see a little bit even of the reddish coloring a little bit in there, and so that made me happy. That was a nice thing to get while you're sick, while you're not feeling good. Get a little present from your local hawk. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing all right. I think there's a lot of planetary shift going on. We are coming up on a big Mercury retrograde for September. That is going to be occurring. That'll start September the 10th in the sign of Libra. So this is going to be all about relationships and balance and harmony and rethinking relationships, rethinking our goals, rethinking our personal inner balance, maybe some karma being restored, some justice being restored. Always with the Libra energy, we do have that potential. Mercury retrogrades, they can sometimes be kind of annoying, of course, but there are positive things about it, because it gives us time to, rethink things and rebalance. I think that's really good, actually. So yeah, that's a big thing that'll be happening. Mars is going to be in Gemini all of the month of September. And it will be going retrograde at the end of October. There's going to be a real long Mars retrograde towards the end of the year. So that's going to be a big movement. Venus is going to go out of the sign of Leo, and that is going to happen on September 6th. It will go into the sign of Virgo as well. So we've got Virgo Sun, Virgo Venus going to be lining up. Uranus, the ruling planet of Aquarius, just went retrograde this week. So all of our big outer planets right now, guys, are in retrograde motion. You can see that for the month of September. Look at all the shaded parts are the retrogrades. So all of our big outer planets are retrograde. Here's our Mercury retrograde. It's going to be there. So it's going to be interesting, guys. Yeah, I've been real sick, y'all. Most of August. I had 2 colds back to back. Did several COVID tests. They were all negative, so I did not have COVID, but whatever it is out there. I ended up with a really bad sinus infection. Like a week ago, I couldn't even talk. Like my voice was gone. My nose was, it was bad. It was bad. So yeah, it was nasty, whatever it was. I had to get antibiotics for it, because it was definitely an infection. Like, it even caused pink eye. Like, it was, it was literally coming out of my eyes. But you know how it is when you're sick. It's a pause, and it kind of gives you time to rest and realign. We also have a lot of ragweed going on right now, so the allergens, you know, it's all part and parcel, changing seasons for sure. So tonight, guys, we're going to do our September readings. I'm going to start with Virgo because it's their birthday month. The sun just moved into Virgo day before last, and so that's going to be our sign for the night, for the beginning of the night, I should say. We are going to do all three of our earth signs tonight: Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. We're going to do that in that order, and we are going to start out with our beautiful Virgo. So Virgo, I hope you are doing great out there. Hope it has so far been a wonderful season for you as we're stepping into Virgo season. We are looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and see what we have for Virgo in the cards for this month. This is going to be a monthly forecast, so this is kind of going to read for the whole general outlook, what the general feeling and messages are going to be for September, what those are going to look like and feel like. What do you need to know the most? Your angels, guardians, guides. Please, let's see what we have for our beautiful Virgos for September 2022. And just show us clearly what they need to see for their best and highest good, please. Almost felt like two were coming out, so I'm going to take both of these. And I really like both. Even the colors are similar. But look at that. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. Purity. And Virgo, to me, you are a sign of purification, cleansing, clearing, detox, healing. Virgo season is a great time for healing because Virgo is all about medicine. It's all about healing methods. And it's all about taking good care of the physical body inside and out. Could be a good time for a cleanse, right? I felt this one coming out as well. Felt like there were kind of two coming out. We've got the stillness card as well. So Virgo, this is to me just a wonderful season for you to relax, purify, detox, and just embrace stillness, still the mind, still any of those worried, anxious voices that you may have going on, because I know my Virgos are Mercury ruled. Y'all are prone to overthinking quite a bit, so this is kind of saying that it may be as well just time to unpack your mind, purify those thoughts, let go of any anxieties or stresses that have been building up in your mental body. That's always a good way to go, but I think that that's just a beautiful couple of cards to come in at the start of your read. The overall general theme is that purification, cleansing, and embracing stillness, peace, tranquility, not stressing out, just allowing things to unfold very organically. Let's get into a number. Let's check our numerology deck for you, Virgo. Let's see what special number is there for you. Intuition, yes. Listen to the intuitive side of yourself. That's what you need. That's why you got to still the mind this month, Virgo, is because it is very much about listening to your true inner voice. Number 22 is also a master number. So to me, this also brings up like you're kind of honing your skills. Anything that you've learned that is for your best and really encourages your well-being, it's time to really not just know it, but to put it into daily practice. Let's get into a crystal or gemstone. Which one is best for you to work with this month, and what chakra will you be working to align? And the rose quartz. So there is some heart healing going on here, Virgo, in the process, you know, of all of this, right? I feel like you're entering the greater heart space. It's like put the worried mind aside, the anxious thoughts, the overthinking, and allow things to unfold and really feel them instead of thinking them this month. Feel them out more, because that's really how you'll get the answers you seek. Let's get into a spiritual guardian or guide who is going to be coming through to help our Virgos the most, please, September 2022. Ooh, all this heart space energy. Look at this. And even this Mary Magdalene, we've got, you know, look at the colors here supporting. It's all that beautiful kind of rose pinks and soft orange and coral and reds. That is beautiful. So there's a lot to learn. And also, you may be doing a lot of teaching yourself. We have the rose quartz here. We got the roses in the card. That's very beautiful synchronicity. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anyone stop you. That's, you know, Mary Magdalene was a female disciple, right? And that was a very kind of bold thing to be back in those times. And so, you know, she was very brave, right? So she was, you know, it's like she spoke her spiritual truth and taught her spiritual wisdom and inner voice, even though it might have gotten her in a lot of trouble. And sometimes that may be you, Virgo. It's like if you really feel something is right and you have to speak your mind and you have to act on your truth, that's very much what it is. And it's like, I feel like by doing that, you're teaching other people how to be more truthful to their own spiritual inner voice as well. And there's something about this that realigns your heart energy and your intuition. And obviously you may want to start using the rose quartz a little bit more this month. Let's get into your tarot next, Virgo. Very excited to see what comes out for you. Please, Spirit, give us a nice, clear read in the tarot for our Virgos. We are going to clarify each card as well for you. Yes, decisions for sure. Again, you know, wow, Virgo, leading with the heart space is really a thing this month. I feel like, you know, right at the center of your Celtic cross, we have that Two of Swords, Libra energy. So you may be having to make some decisions that you've been putting off for a while. Maybe you don't really want to make these decisions. That's why they're wearing the blindfold in that card. Is kind of like, oh, I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. You might have been procrastinating it, but it's like you can't avoid it now, Virgo. It's time. And so there's some big decisions that you may be making this month. You may find yourself at a crossroads and it's just time to go ahead, rip that Band-Aid off and make that decision. Let's see. Let's get a clarifier to see what this could be around for you. It's Page of Pentacles. Ooh, so Virgo, you might be making some choices on travel. You may be making decisions around work or school or continuing education, because that's what the Page of Pentacles is. To me, that's like the beginning of a business, beginning of a job, beginning of an education, starting something new that you feel very excited about. You might have a couple of good options to choose from, but once you make that choice, I think it's going to take off really well. Your own earthy energy there. But yeah, you've been kind of sitting on the fence, like, which one of these is best for me? In the immediate past, we've got the Four of Wands. Interestingly enough, you had that 22 in your numerology card, and here we got 2 and 2. Check that out. I do feel like this is always a happy card. This is a card of like homecomings, celebrations. Sometimes it's relationships finally coming together. You could be coming from a good place of strength, or you could have been, you know, spending a lot of time within the home recently to kind of try to get settled and stable and more grounded. And we've got Six of Wands. Wow, for a lot of my Virgos, I feel like you are coming from a really good place, a really beautiful place of celebrations, victory, success. Something really good in your past immediately here. That's very nice. Going into the future, I feel like, you know, yet again, here it is. Really centering into that intuitive heart space. The Queen of Cups to me is ultimate, like intuition, sensitivity, feeling things out, being discerning about who you share your deeper heart space or spiritual energy with. You know, she keeps the lid on that cup covered always because she is discerning about who she allows into her space. You know, but this is somebody who's very nurturing, very psychic, very perceptive, very loving, right? Ooh, and we've got the star. It's very positive. Like, this is a very positive alignment here. I feel like, you know, as you get deeper in your heart space, you allow and you know, really allow yourself to trust your intuition instead of always second guessing it, instead of pushing it away. What I really feel is that you're embracing it more. And the Star card is such, you know, the return of hope and faith, good things being restored. It's Aquarius energy, so there is that feeling of liberation, freedom from the worries, because you're learning to trust your intuition more. You're learning to trust your inner heart. And when that little voice says, this is good for you or this is not good for you, you listen. And so the more that you do that and the more that it turns out in your favor over time, that Star card, that restoration of you trusting yourself is really stepping in. It really sets you free, Virgo. This is a beautiful read. On the bottom, subconscious energy on the bottom of the spread is the Fool card. So I really feel like inside of yourself, even so, you're really learning to just take the leaps of faith, to trust in the divine, to not overthink, you know, your situations too much. This is very nice. It's very nice. You know, it feels like you're really stepping away from a lot of the worries and the anxieties that you've struggled with. And it's like you're really walking your talk now. That's, you know, you're really walking your heart's path. Let's get a clarifier, please, on the Fool. You know, it's almost like you're becoming more Aquarian or more Piscean, you know, where you're just really trusting the process. 9 of Wands on top of that, right? Because, and I think part of it, Virgo, and I say this as a fellow earth sign, I'm a Capricorn, and I think a lot of the time we want so much to be like the master of our own destiny. We want to direct our own ship so bad that sometimes we don't just give up and let go and let spirit intervene until we're just kind of really beat down and we feel kind of at the end of our rope. And I kind of feel like that's maybe where some of this is coming from. It's like, oh my God, 9 of Wands, I've fought this battle a million times. I'm sick of defending myself. I'm sick of fighting with it. You're just kind of like, screw it. I'm just going to take the leap of faith and see where spirit takes me. And part of that may be it. But however you got there, even if, you know, it's, you know, if that's the way you got there, it's fine because it's like you still got there. But sometimes I know as earth signs, we kind of learn the hard way. We kind of learn the hard way. So on top of the spread message from Spirit is the 7 of Cups. I do feel, right, that Spirit's kind of acknowledging, yes, Virgo, we know that sometimes when you step into your emotions, your intuition, it can be a little overwhelming. You might have a lot of choices. I got that sense as well in the center cards with the 2 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. You've got a lot of options and you're going to have to make some decisions. 2 of the most classic cards to me for making decisions in the tarot are the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. It's like you've got to make a choice. You may have been putting it off for a while, but you've got to look at all the different, you know, things that are in these cups and make a good choice. And that could be anything for you right now. Sometimes it's love because it is those cups, but you also do have these pentacles here. So it could be a love thing, but I think for a lot of you, it is a work thing too. It's sort of like, where am I going next? You might be thinking about traveling for a job. You might be thinking about going to school or going back to school. Or you might be doing some teaching in a job that you have. But you're going to have to make some choices here, Virgo, and I would really recommend that you try to make some of those big choices before the Mercury retrograde starts on September 10th. It's okay if you don't. Mercury retrogrades do tend to be really good for resolving old issues. So if this is something that you've been wanting to make a decision on for a while, this could be the perfect time to finally go, you know what? I've been thinking over it forever. Let's go ahead and make that decision. Sometimes those Mercury retrogrades really bring that about. And look at that. We got more King of Pentacles. Look at more Pentacles coming up. I'm just saying this is a really strong vibe for me in your reading, is that you are definitely making some choices about business, how you make money, where you go for work, you know, and you really want to make a good choice because King of Pentacles is that strong Taurus, earthy energy where it's like, I want to not just work at something, but I want to love what I do. I want it to have a life. I want to have a life in balance, right? King of Pentacles is that life in balance where there's that hard work, but it's also, I get to enjoy the work. That's why he's always surrounded, you know, by the vines and the grapes and the fruit, because it's like, there's the enjoyment of the result of my work, not just the hard work. Let's get into some advice for you, Virgo. September 2022, please, Spirit. Virgo advice. What is their best approach with all this energy here? Yeah, I just feel like there's so much positive going on for you, Virgo. Suggested approach is to really, embrace an attitude and an energy of, I can do this, I can have these successes. Live in that energy of victory, even if you haven't had what you feel like is your victory yet. Because this is almost like just stay in that energy. That's a beautiful place to be. Six of Wands has come up into your reading twice now here. So I feel like there's just a lot of blessing. Part of it is, adjusting your attitude or your mindset to really allow it, to accept it. And if you've already got it, to really live in it and enjoy living in it. And the moon, yes, it's a Pisces energy. I'm saying there's that strong Pisces Aquarius where you're really turning loose of a lot of that worried mind, that super need to know. Your greatest successes come when you do use your intuition and you embrace the fact that some things aren't always crystal clear. You can't always have a logical answer. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit misty and mystical, right? You have to use your intuition yet again. What you need to know, this King of Swords is there, more Aquarian energy, but to me, this is also that mental energy. You may go back and forth this month between, just really allowing things to spiritually unfold, but then you kind of go, no, I've got a plan, I've got to strategize, I got to think about the future, because that's that King of Swords. Some of you also might be dealing with an Aquarius or a Pisces, because you've got some of that coming in here. Maybe a Scorpio for some of you. Possibly a Leo for others as well, for my Virgos. There's a little Leo energy too. Let me get a clarifier, please, on King of Swords. What is he about? Ace of Cups, but this could be a very blessed energy. So I think it's okay. Number one, it's okay to use your mind as long as you don't let your mind run away with you and turn it into just fruitless worry or anxiety. And I would also say yet again, I'm just feeling again this very strong Aquarius Pisces vibe around you, Virgo. So, it could be an Aquarius, it could be a water sign. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but I'm really feeling Pisces. So that's a very blessed energy. Ace of Cups is like big blessings coming in from Spirit. Hopes and fears is the Ten of Wands. So Virgo, I think with this, like, like the difficult cycle, these burdensome cycles are coming to a close, right? And you're really hoping they're done. You're a little afraid they might not be done, but there's something in your life. There's something in your life that you are so done with. You're ready to bundle it up. You're ready to put it away. And there it is. Page of Swords. Yeah, you want some new thoughts, some new ideas. You're ready for new energy. You're ready out with the old and with the new. That's what that feels like, and you're really hoping for that. Outcome card is the Tower, guys. And Mars rules this card, and I'll tell you, Mars, when I look at the astrology of the month, Mars could really be the issue, because it will be squaring your sign for quite a while. It's going to be in Gemini this month, and then it goes into retrograde at the end of October. So you're going to be dealing with Mars quite a bit for a while. And it can be pressure. It can be friction. It can also be just necessary changes that take you to a new level that you needed to go to. For some of you, it might really be about, something getting dismantled so that you can rebuild it much stronger. One of my favorite things I heard another reader say about the Tower card was that the Tower doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So I many times do as well feel that the Tower is something that usually happens, to intervene. It's like, no, you're not going the right way, Virgo. Let's get you back on track. And even if it feels a little chaotic or upsetting at the moment when that Tower collapses, ultimately it's like the dust clears and you're like, oh yeah, this is so much better. Like, what's going to emerge from that is so much better than where I was headed. Yes. Oh, look at that. Emerging is the Queen of Pentacles. So, that's what's left after the dust from the Tower settles. And, You know, Queen of Pentacles, she's my Capricorn queen. She sits on a throne with goats on it. But some people call her the Virgo queen too, and I don't mind sharing. Because, you know, to me that is your energy. It is, Virgo. It's very solid, stable, grounded, knows her worth, smart with money, smart with resources, or getting her resources back on track after maybe a big loss. You know, that could be your tower. It could be like, I was going in a really negative direction. Work wasn't good. I wasn't getting paid what I was worth. And so that knocks down and you reemerge as the Queen of Pentacles. There's her little bunny rabbit, symbol of abundance, symbol of proliferation. And you know what? The other thing I would say about rabbits, they're very intuitive. And they are connected to Pisces energy in the Chinese zodiac. They are akin to the Western sign of Pisces. So, you know, not only is that rabbit a symbol of abundance, but it's also a symbol of being quick, right? It's quick like a bunny, right? They move fast when they sense any kind of threat or danger. They know how to get out of there. They sense the rumbles in the earth. They can feel it. They can hear it. And they know how to act accordingly. So to me, it's, again, combination of your, you know, practical side, but also really your intuition is emerging in a big way this month, Virgo. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Such a big time of blessings coming in for you. You had the Ace of Cups as well. So that's a really nice combo. And the Two of Wands on the bottom. New doors opening, new adventures, new energy. You're taking out that globe and you're going, okay, where am I going next? This is an exciting month for you, Virgo. Again, a big happy birthday to you guys. I hope it's amazing. And I hope it brings you a ton of good things. It really looks like there's a lot of positives coming through here. Let's get into a affirmation for Virgo, please, Spirit. Oh, yes. The confidence may be returning here with our tiger energy. And I just want to point out again, guys, you know, in the Chinese zodiac, the year of the tiger is akin to Aquarius energy. And I really was picking up on a lot of Aquarius and Pisces energy in your reading tonight. Just take that as it resonates to your situation. But I feel like confidence, independence is returning. Things are under control. You can handle these matters with your wisdom, confidence, and courage. You are passionate and loving, but don't let your sensitivity overwhelm you. You are honorable and gifted, but please remain humble. Yes, look at that. So, Virgo, nice read for your birthday month, your birthday season here. I'm looking forward to Virgo time because after having been sick most of this month of August, I'm like, yeah, bring on the healing. Bring on the healing. Hey, Ocean, good to see you, sweetheart. I've been a sick goat for the month of August. I got hit with 2 bad colds. Thankfully, no COVID, but it's been rough. I had a bad sinus infection. I could barely talk for like a couple of weeks there. It was rough. But starting to do better now, thankfully. Oh my gosh. That was a rough one. I've never gotten sick in August. Like summer? That doesn't happen. Like, I don't think I've ever experienced that. I haven't been that down sick for like that long at a time in a while. Like, it's been over 4 years since I had anything that really kind of knocked me on my butt like that. That's why I didn't get in here and do anything really at all for the month. I've just been taking it real easy. Yeah. All right, guys. But I'm excited to be back. I really miss doing readings. Like, really miss doing readings a lot. Like, I was just like, I can't wait to do some tarot. I agree, Heart of Gold. It's so, why is the summer cold? It's so much worse than in the winter. I don't know why. It just is. You know, because you're feeling hot and sticky, and then outside it's hot and sticky, and it's just like, ugh. Ah. I know, because usually, like, August is my happy, like, healthy travel month. Ugh. Thank you, Ocean. Thank you, Daisy. Hey, Corey Ann. Good to see so many of you here tonight. Really great. Always great to be back. All right, Capricorn. We're just doing earth signs tonight. So we just did Virgo, then we're doing Capricorn and Taurus. Tomorrow or whenever I'm able to get back in, we'll probably do water signs next. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then we'll do fire, and then we'll do air. I think that's how we'll do them. Oh, thanks, Stacy. I appreciate that. It's been actually not a bad month. Like, business has been all right and things, but I've been sick. Yeah. All right, Capricorns. My goats, my goats. Capricorn, I'm excited that we just entered Virgo season because Virgo is good energy for us Capricorns. Just like Taurus season, which is another wonderful time of the year for us. I do love it when the sun moves to Virgo. Yes, yes. That is our 9th house vibration on the universal chart. Brings up that Sagittarius energy. So it definitely kicks up, a little bit of our restlessness, but it's also very expansive. Like, we want to expand, we want to try new things, we want to learn new stuff. So it's a very positive time. That's what I can always say. For Capricorns, Virgo and Taurus season are some of our best times of the year. So we are in it. Let's see what we have. This is going to be our September overall monthly forecast. We're going to get some oracle cards with all of our basic energies and our full tarot spread. So stick with me till the end on this one, Capricorns. Dear Spirit, dear angels, guardians, and guides, let's see what we have for our fabulous Capricorn, September 2022. Anything they need to know, what their major energies and advice will be for their highest and best. Thank you so much as always. Look at that. What a surprise, Capricorn. I think that's beautiful. Virgo, they had the purity card. There's a purity card in this deck. And Capricorn, you're getting purification. So very similar vibe, very similar energy. But what I feel with this one a little bit more is like purification really, purity is more like purity of intention, heart, right? And sometimes the cleansing, clearing. Purification is very much, it's like action. It's like the action verb of purity. So this may be a real time to cleanse your heart, your soul, your physical body. If you're getting over a cold like me, it's great advice because this is time to really, eat good, take care of your body. And I also just love the sunflower in this because not only do I feel that the purification is an action for you, Capricorn, but I feel like you're just going to be happier during this season because this is just a happy flower. To me, it just reminds me, obviously, of the sun. The sun energy, always in any kind of card or tarot reading, is always one of the most blessed energies there is. It just feels like life returning, vitalization. And, even in the picture, it's raining in the background. And I feel like even if you're going through some challenges and some difficult times, Capricorn, I feel like you're going to be shining regardless of whether it's raining or not. Like it's like you're not going to let that dampen you, right? So great card. Let's get into, and also solar plexus. Solar plexus feels real strong for that, right? So re-embracing your confidence, your courage, your self-esteem, all of that. Let's get into a numerology card for you, Capricorn. Let's see what your special number for September is. Wow. Oh my gosh. And I just flipped the card and I just have to say, okay, so the top one is number 3. Look at that. We've got that big golden number 3, the third chakra, creativity, again, coming out around that purification. So I feel like not only that, but this is going to be a super, super creative month for you, Capricorn. It's funny because I actually just got out like all of my old fabrics, and like I've been wanting to sew so much more than I used to. Like I made a dress in July, and it was a lot of work because I hadn't done it in a while, but it was super fun. And now, no joke, every other minute I turn around, there's a spider coming in the house. I keep putting the back outside. And spiders to me, like they're the ultimate symbol of like time to get sewing, time to get creating. I'm like, how do they know that I want to sew? And they're just showing up all over the place. But Capricorn, whatever your creative outlet is, I think it's going to be shining in a major, major way for the month of September. Yeah, I love fabric. Thank you, Heart of Gold. Yeah, I have an alternate account. I have an alternate YouTube account called Sassy Dragon. And I went to the Bridgerton ball with my best friend Katrina and her family. And I got picked out of the whole crowd. It was a big crowd. And I got picked out of the whole crowd as the diamond of the evening. It was super exciting. And I made a short little video about it when I got back home. But I'm just saying, you know, it's that kind of thing. It was a total Six of Wands moment. It was a total Six of Wands moment. It was just like, oh, your little, you know, your little moment of recognition. You know, it's like, yay, I did a great job on my outfit, and they liked it, and yay. So, you know, this is, to me, that's that kind of energy, Capricorn. It's that creativity, but look at what's on the bottom. Look at what was on the bottom of the deck is the 13, effort. So it's sort of like saying Capricorn, and it's 13, so it adds the 1, right? The number 1, the magician number. Number 3 is the Empress number, super creative, you know, abundant, overflowing. So it's saying the creativity is here, Capricorn, but you do have to work at it, right? You do have to work at it. You're the thing that's going to be the catalyst that makes it come together, right? It's not going to happen if you just sit on your goat butt. You already know that. I don't need to tell Capricorn to get to work. They're going to get to work. But it's really just saying, like, if you've been procrastinating or if you've been putting it off, it's time to not put it off. It's pretty cool. It's exciting. Yeah. Aw. Yeah, play with it. I mean, to me, creativity has a lot of outlets. It has so many applications, right? Yeah, see, everybody's like talking about the fabric. For some people, like, it's music. I like a lot of creative stuff. I just, that's kind of my thing. Like, if it's creative, I can probably do it if I learn how to do it. But I grew up with a mom that sewed, so, you know, that was a big thing. Not too surprising that I would love sewing or enjoy it. But that and music, you know, are big things I love. I think cooking, because I love to cook, I think that's a super creative outlet. Gardening is a creative outlet. Really, so many things in life are, if you have a creative mind to it. It's kind of like you can really turn it into that. So let's get a crystal for you, Capricorn, a crystal or gemstone that is best for you to work with for this month. Photography is another great outlet. Writing. I mean, there's so many. Dancing. Capricorn. Yeah, it's time to heal that heart a little bit too. And also to express your heart with the rose quartz. I love my rose quartz, so I'm going to definitely get that out, charge it up, and be working with a little bit more since this card came out. But love in all its purest forms, unconditional love, you know, is really what rose quartz addresses. You know, every heart chakra stone addresses some facet of love. But to me, you know, rose quartz is its purest form. It is heart healing. It is the heart chakra. It is that unconditional love that's very spiritual. It's also the kind of love that I get from my pets, right? You know, because they just love. They just give without any conditions. So, yeah, see, music is important. And even just listening to music or going to see a concert or something really is very fulfilling. It's a very nice feeling. Anything that just makes your heart feel good, that heals the heart chakra. And Capricorn, you know, if you've been through some heartbreaking circumstances or situations, you know, that comes through even more. I feel like you're kind of purifying the heart space through your creative efforts. That's really what the energy of the month is saying. And that's beautiful. Oh, it's like, it's very cathartic. I'm getting chills just myself thinking about it as a Capricorn. I'm like, ooh, ooh. So let's get into a spiritual guardian, Capricorn. Which guardian or guide is going to be helping us goats the most for September 2022, please? Ooh, nice. We got a serious one. Ah, I'm just getting chills, y'all. Serapis Bay, Ascension, move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is there. Look at that solar energy on the crown along with the serpents, right? Serpents of transformation, rebirth, shedding off the old skin. This is very solar energy, guys. This is a very solar month. Every card you're getting, except for the heart chakra, the solar, it's purification. Return of your confidence, return of positivity, and not fake positivity. We know Capricorns won't do anything fake. It has to be real positivity, and that, boy, is that coming through. So I feel like you're ascending. I feel like you really are. Like you're going to another level of something in your life here, Capricorn. This is exciting. Let's get into your tarot next. Dear Spirit, let's see a nice, big, clear, accurate picture for what Capricorn will be working with for the month of September 2022. And we will be clarifying each of these cards for you, Capricorn. We will do that as well. Yeah, I know. And look at this. You've been through it. Oh, Capricorn. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm just goosebumps. All right. Right at the center, look at that 9 of Swords. A lot of sleepless nights, having a hard time staying asleep, insomnia, having a tough time sleeping. Sometimes a lot of this is just worries, thoughts. It's not a big deal. You are protected. We got that nice blanket with the flowers and the roses on it, Capricorn. You are protected, but you are going through those anxieties, right? Yeah, me too. Me too, Ocean Garden. I've been dealing with a lot of that sleeplessness. Let's clarify this. Oh my goodness. You know, and Virgo season will bring it up. Virgo is an anxiety sign. They bring up all that kind of like, you know, need to discipline the mind and the worries and the fears. Two of Swords, it's about choices. Yeah, it is about decisions. Absolutely. Making decisions, making choices. You may feel like there's some unfinished business. You may feel like there's something on the table that you just, you know, it's coming up and you're going to have to deal with it and it's worrying you. This is as simple as it gets. So Capricorn, if you can make a decision about what's bothering you right now at this time, it's a good idea to just go ahead and get it done. You know, like I said, with Virgo, ripping the Band-Aid off, just do it quick. Make a decision, because I think for Capricorns, we really like to know what to expect, and we like to know if we're in or out, whatever it is in our life. We like to know, are we in or are we out? And if we have a decision, that Libra energy, we don't like it. That's why Libra is a square for Capricorn, because they can often be indecisive, whereas Capricorns are rarely that way. So, you know, if you've got something that you haven't really said yes or no very solidly to, it's going to bother you. So if you can make a decision about it now or, you know, soon, the better. If you can't just yet, it's time. You just got to put it on the back burner. Say, you know, this is just not something I can deal with right now. I do feel, look at that. It's just I feel like this is speaking to me a lot. I don't know. I hope it's speaking to all the Capricorns out there too. 4 of Swords in the immediate past. Holy cow. What have I been doing for the past month? In the past position, here it is. Resting, regrouping, recovering, taking care of yourself. Oh my goodness. Whether you want to or not. Whether you've wanted to or not, you have been resting. You've been sleeping a lot, having to take those naps. Maybe you've been sick. Maybe you've needed to have time to get better. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Let's see what we have. This is also a very meditative card. This could be indicating that you've really, recently very much backed off out of some toxic or argumentative situation. And you've said, you know what, I'm going to relax. I'm not going to get into it. Yeah, no joke, Ocean. Look at that. And look, yeah, another 2. We had the 2 of Swords in the present energy. The past energy is the 2 of Pentacles. Because something's been out of balance. And I've been saying that about myself with my health. Like, I could feel it. Even before I got sick, I was like, something's a little off balance. Like, isn't it funny? It's like Princess and the Pea. It's like you can always tell if something's a little bit off. And I think that's why you've really had to do a lot of rest, recuperation, recovery, and relaxation, because it's, things you've been really struggling to balance something. Going into the future, though, as this September unfolds, we're coming back to that great energy, that 6 of Wands. Again, victory, success, happiness, good people around you, feeling like the hard work paid off. Yeah, so that's a good thing. Very positive. It makes me happy to see that card emerging in the future. And 4 of Pentacles. So you are being careful, Capricorn. It's like even when things are good, and I know that's a Capricorn quality, even when things are good, we're kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. But I think part of this is just what I get with 4 of Pentacles with this energy is it's like you're really learning who you can trust, who you can let into your good feelings. You know how that is. If you get something really happy or positive that happens to you, and if you tell somebody who's negative or toxic, they're going to bring you down. And that's the feeling I get, is it's like these good things are happening in your life, but you're going to be careful about who you let in on it. That's it. On the bottom, what's in your heart of hearts, Capricorn? What is it you're really focused on? 10 of Cups, ultimate happiness and joy from the heart space, from the spiritual space. To me, this is also being very focused on being happy in your home, no matter who you're living with. Many times people really focus on the family aspect of that. Sometimes that is it, right? Sometimes it's finally having the happy relationship, the happy home, the happy harmony with the kids and all that. But if you're single, this applies too, in my opinion, because it's like saying, no matter where I'm at, I want to be happy with where I'm at, right? That's a beautiful thing. So let's get a clarifier on the 10 of Cups, please. Wheel of Fortune. My goodness, Capricorn, you're very focused on positivity. And that Ascension card, yes, you're definitely focused on breaking down the old barriers, stretching those wings, Jupiter energy on the Wheel of Fortune. And I'd also say, right, I told everybody at the beginning, Capricorn Virgo season is the time when universally the sun is transiting our universal 9th house of Sagittarius. And this is a Sagittarius card, right? So I just feel like you're really focused on positivity from the inside out. And I don't feel like you really want anyone or anything to get in the way of that. Like you're kind of stubbornly positive. It's like, no, I'm going to have something better. I'm going to have something good. I'm going to, stretch beyond my old limitations and my old ideas and attitudes. I'm going to learn some new things and I'm going to grow. And you can't stop me. That's how it feels. On the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit for you, Capricorn, is the 4 of Wands. So again, I feel like there's a lot of love around you, Capricorn, even if you may not feel it quite right now. Some of you might already be in it. If you're already in a good relationship, good home, happy life, good. You're just going to enjoy it more this month. But if you don't have that yet, I feel like these twin flame soulmates, very positive potential romantic connections are on the horizon. Four of Wands is also a happy homecoming, right? Above and below, you've got those cards to me that really say happiness in the home, a good feeling where you live, celebrations, something very positive, feeling in alignment again. I feel like you're coming back into balance. And yeah, you got to make some decisions, Capricorn. There's some things that require your attention. Try not to stress too much, because I do feel like you're pretty stressed right now. That's something that you're going to have to dismantle. But good things are coming, and good things are around you presently. So don't ignore them. Make sure you pay some attention to that too. It's not all doom and gloom, goatees. I know sometimes we feel like it, but it's not. Aw. Let's get a clarifier on the Four of Wands, please. Yeah, Eight of Cups. What I say, for some of you, there's an act of like moving forward or leaving something behind to get to this. Like I get that feeling, like especially for my single Capricorns, if you're in a situation that you're not the happiest with, like Spirit's telling you, yeah, you're going to move on to something better, because the Eight of Cups to me is moving towards something that is fulfilling for you. And knowing that the journey's not over, right? Knowing that you are expanding, because the Eight of Cups goes in search of something bigger and better and brighter. Just like the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, I'm going to move, I'm going to stretch beyond these old limiting walls that I've had up around me. It's exciting. All right, Capricorn, let's get into some advice. Please, Spirit, some advice for Capricorn from all this energy in their tarot spread. How is the best way to handle all this? You and Virgo have a few similar things. A few, for sure. They were big on decision making. They had the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups as well in their read. Like I said, those are classic cards of having to make a decision, maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed, like a lot of choices going off. But suggested approach, Capricorn, is to take some time this month. Look at all the opportunities, look at all the options, look at all the things that you have on your plate, because you're going to have to make a choice at some point. Better sooner than later, but if you have to put it off, it's okay too. But I would definitely look at some things and kind of go, okay, I want this, that's what I'm going to prioritize, this is what I'm not, this is what I'm going to put on the back burner, or what I'm just going to straight let go of. Let's get a clarifier, please, for the Seven of Cups. Suggested approach for Capricorn. Six of Wands again. You and Virgo have a few things in common this month, Capricorn. I do feel like there's a ton of positive, right? And I love this card to come out here, because I'm saying, Capricorn, if you've been really nervous about making a choice, don't be. Because I kind of feel like no matter what you choose right now, all roads lead to your success. It's sort of like, even if you make a choice that's not the greatest in the long term, like somehow Spirit's going to turn it into a success for you. It's very, very interesting. It's very interesting. But Six of Wands twice, Capricorn. This is a lot of success, recognition, great achievements. What you need to know is the Nine of Wands. You also had that Four of Pentacles. Those are cards that always say to me that you got your defenses up, right? There's definitely defensiveness. Capricorn, you're being careful. You might have had some people or a person really hurt you. You might be still recovering from some emotional wounds, and you feel like your back's up a little bit, for sure. You are definitely like on guard. You've got your defenses up. You're not super open right now. And I'm not going to say that's wrong, because when you've been through the ringer, like sometimes it's good to be a little careful, but don't be so defensive with everybody. It's okay if you're defensive with people that have hurt you. They've proven that they aren't allowed in, but try not to keep your defenses up with every single person you meet during this month, because some of them have some really good things for you. They do. Let's get a clarifier on this Nine of Wands. Very protective right now. You've been through some things. You've been through some big fights, been through some big battles, and you're very self-protective right now. You're also protective of those you love. Yeah, here it is. 5 of Cups. You've been through heartbreak. You've been through some big disappointments. And so you're going, I trusted that other person and they messed with me and now I'm all scared of it. I don't want to deal with that again. Remember, 2 of Cups is still standing. Just keep it in balance, Capricorn. It's okay to be protective. It's okay to have your defenses up sometimes. But don't keep them up for everybody, because not everybody's out to get you. Knight of Pentacles in the hopes and fears position. I think this is a really typical fear and hope for Capricorn, because this is like, to me, the hope that all of your work, your efforts, your preparation are going to work out for you, right? That's that feeling. You really want that to work out. And of course, there's that of fear, like, is it all going to come together? It's that Virgo power. Let's get a clarifier on this for Capricorn, please. Knight of Wands. That's interesting. What do I feel about this? This to me is like slow and steady wins the race. This is the fly by night knight, okay? Very squared opposing energy. Sagittarius and Virgo represented here. The fire knight and the earth knight. Capricorn, I feel like anything that happens too fast or too easy, you're just like, you don't trust it right now. You're very much more about slow and steady. It's like if somebody or something comes in too fast or comes on too strong, you're just like, no. And it's probably not a great idea. Nobody should rush you right now, because that's really going to trigger your nervousness. Right? I mean, yeah, they look like they're crashing and it's like, No, they're not even going the same direction. No, it's like, no. So instead of crashing into the sky, Capricorn, you just walk on by. They're just going to go boom, and you're just going to be hoofing it. Yeah, just don't even deal with that. That's kind of funny. Outcome card is the Queen of Cups. So Scorpio energy, Cancer energy, Pisces energy, very watery, right? And yet again, this is very discerning. You're very discerning this month with the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and this Queen of Cups on the outcome. But what I love about this, because our queens to me are the masters of boundaries. They are. All of them are in different ways. And Queen of Cups is a master of emotional boundaries. That's why she keeps the lid on that cup. She's the only one in the cup suit that does that, keeps the lid on the cup. Because she's not going to just let any old person come into her life. She's going to be real careful about who it is, because she has an endless well of love, compassion, creativity, kindness, all of that. She has good stuff to give, right? And so she's not going to let just anybody walk on in. So let's get a clarifier. I think that's a good thing, Capricorn, because this also says, I think you can start to trust your intuition and your emotions even better. And not that you couldn't before, it's just that you don't always, because Capricorns are practical people. They don't always want to have to listen to their heart. They don't want to have to do that, all these. But this is telling you, Capricorn, just because maybe you trusted somebody that you shouldn't doesn't mean that your intuition is off. Some people are really good liars. Some people are wonderful con artists, right? It's not a reflection on you. So let's get what we've got. Let's clarify our Queen of Cups here. Yeah, Page of Swords. And I feel like, yet again, I mean, this is two things that I feel around this, because for me, it might be that you're a little distrustful of new people or new ideas. Anything that threatens to rock your world a little too much. Pages can be immature. So like youthful energy, you may not be the most trustful of as well. Like if somebody seems really immature and, irregardless of their age, it's definitely Gemini energy, right? But it can be a lot of new ideas come in to knock at your door, and you don't have to accept all of them. You don't have to attend to all of them. You are very intuitive and very creative this month, Capricorn. So keep your energy clear. got that purification card. You might have to purify your social circle a little bit. Keep the people around you clear. Keep your home environment energetically clear. We've got the High Priestess on the bottom and the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of beautiful work spiritually, creatively, and you're going to really put the effort in, because here's putting the effort in. Like there's something you're going to be working at and producing. Like you're actually going to manifest it. Let's get an affirmation card, Capricorn. This looks like a good month. In spite of, you know, some of the hiccups and some of the things you're working through. Six of Wands twice, y'all. Very successful. A lot of opportunities for success and recognition. And I love that Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune in the subconscious position, because to me that's like that indefatigable positivity. That no matter what's going on outside on the surface, it's like, I'm going to be... Yeah. Oh, wow. Thanks for the reading tonight. My mom was diagnosed with brain cancer. Oh, my gosh, Ollie, I'm so sorry. Yep, I remember when my dad was diagnosed with liver and colon cancer years and years ago. It was one of the toughest times of my life. I know the feeling exactly. My goodness, that's a tough one. I really feel for you. I truly do, because I know what it's like. All right, let's get into an affirmation for Capricorn, please. Bright future. Oh, Capricorn. Look at that. Oh, what a nice read tonight. Balanced elements. And boy, did we talk about that. The past, immediate past, is like we really have been trying so hard to balance some things. And the Six of Wands twice into the future is those bright future feelings. Hope truly springs eternal. Aspiration has been your driving force through difficult times. That's true for Capricorns. Oh my goodness. Your future is filled with love, laughter, and fulfilled dreams. Embrace these blessings with outstretched arms. So Capricorn, I know how it is, because I'm a Capricorn. I got 4 planets in that sign. I got big goat energy. I do. But I will tell you, my biggest advice to you and to me this September is anytime you start having those doubts, having those melancholy moments where you're feeling really down, you're not believing that anything good could come to you or that it'll never work out, I want you to be really super conscious of that. Try to be as aware of it as you can and kind of remind yourself, don't give in to that. Don't settle into that. That's not a true reflection of who you are and where you're really going. It's easy to fall into it. Capricorns tend to be Saturnine, melancholy souls. But do your best to be aware of it, because, you know, we all do it, right? It's just being aware and kind of going, you know what, don't fall into that, you know, Capricorn, because you're such a great sign. You're so strong. You're so hardworking. You're so resilient that you can absolutely rise above whatever the challenges are or whatever they may be in the future. And keep that positivity alive. This is a huge month of ascension, positivity, creative action. Incredible. It's just incredible, that opening. Oh, love it, Capricorn. Oh, yeah, I needed this tonight. This is nice. This is really nice. All right, let's get into our last sign of the night. That's going to be Taurus. And like I said, you know, we'll follow in progression the next couple nights. We'll get them done by the beginning of September for sure. I'm totally playing things by ear right now with my health. I'm doing okay, but it's still like, you know, a little tiring. All right, Taurus. Good to see ya. I hope you're doing good. This is a good time for Taurus. We're in Virgo season now, and it's a fellow earth sign, so it's very, very positive for you. It puts the sun, the universal transit, in the 5th house for Taurus. So that's a very good place. It's very happy, bright energy. It's the Leo house. So it's a very, very nice place to be activated. Again, very creative, very bright, very loving, optimistic, hopeful. So let's get into it, Taurus. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what you have for our beautiful Taurus folks for September 2022. Anything they need to see for their highest and best. And let's start out, please, with the Oracle. Let's get some major themes and energies for them. Wow, it feels like so many want to come in. Ooh, yes, Taurus, patience. Patience is your energy. Patience and fulfillment is what that feels like. With the crane, you know, in that card, I feel like, you know, this is also something that's telling you good things come to those who wait, because the crane has longevity. It's like whatever it is that you feel like you're being made to wait for, whatever you're having to have patience on, it's like, don't stress about it, because the good things are going to come to those who wait. You know, good things are going to come at the end of that patience. There's a waiting for a reason, right? But once you get there, that crane is blessing you with longevity. Like, you know, it may take a while to get to that dream, but once you get to that dream, it's going to last, right? It's not just going to go away anytime soon. So let's get into a numerology card for you. Let's see a special number for our Taurus this month. Synchronicity, such a nice card. Number 87. And to me, this is also a very strong love energy, because when we add our 8 and our 7, we get a 15. And when we add the 15, we get a 6. And 6 is definitely a number of love. It's a number of connection, relationships starting or blooming. So there's also a love connection energy there. May not be for all of you, because these are general, but that is a possibility. I'd also say that if you just simply break down our 8 and our 7 together, that 8 is about manifestations. It's about things coming into physical being, and 7 is about personal development, growth, spiritual awareness. So notice the synchronicities. If something is, it seems like a coincidence, it's not really a coincidence. It's like you're meant to see that. You're meant to connect those moments. It's like, you know, if you talk to somebody and you feel like there's something very special with them, and then you later see or notice something that reminds you of them, it's spirit's just telling you, it's like, yeah, that's meant to be. That's a good thing for you, right? Let's get into a crystal gemstone card for you. Let's see what's best for our Taurus folks to use for September, please, Spirit. Yeah, something real spiritual, very high vibration. The angelite is coming out. So this to me is the throat. It's the crown. It's those higher vibration chakras. So there's a lot of messages coming in from your guides, your guardians, spiritual forces, your angels, whatever it is that you connect with on that higher vibration, your guardians are really coming through. And they're speaking to you and through you. That's the cool part. The crown is like they're speaking through you. And the throat chakra is activated with this stone that says, you know, you're able to express it better. There may have been times in your life, Taurus, where you were getting spiritual messages, but it just kind of came out confusing and nobody could really understand it, sometimes including you. You're like, yeah, feeling all this stuff, but I don't really know what it means. But now you're feeling a lot of stuff and you're able to express it in a way that makes sense. Right? Makes sense to you, makes sense to others. Let's get into a spiritual guardian or guide. Which of you wants to help our Taurus folks out for September 2022? Love it. Yeah, deep ancestral energy. So your guardians and guides are coming through in a big, big way, Taurus, this month. The white eagle ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So Taurus, you know, connect to your ancestors, connect to your elders that are already living. That's a really good idea always. You know, maybe talk about family history. If you're in therapy or counseling, you know, talk about things that maybe are as yet unresolved or unhealed. This is a very powerful time for that because those ancestral voices are really speaking to you and through you right now. This is a powerful read already, Taurus. It feels very high vibration. And even, you know, look at the colors. Look at that. With our Capricorn reading, you know, just before it was all those yellows and golds and pinks. And now look at that. We've got those very strong, like, crown chakra blues, violets. It's always wild when it lines up like that. It's just, this is a very spiritual reading. I can feel it. All right, Taurus, let's get into your tarot. Spirit, let's see what we have. Give us a nice, clear, accurate picture in the tarot for the month of September 2022 for our beautiful Taurus folks. Anything they need to see or know for their highest and best. And Taurus, we will be clarifying each one of these cards for you. Ooh, you and Capricorn riding in a little bit of the same boat there. Just a little bit. Aw. Taurus, you've been worried about something. Capricorn had this card in the center of the reading too. Maybe you need to talk to your Capricorn friends. Both of you need to commiserate and get your worries out, clear the air about things that are bugging you, but you may be going through some of the same energies, sleepless nights, fears and doubts. You know, like I said to Capricorn, it's like, don't worry, you are protected. You are safe in your bed. You've got those roses on the blanket. You are blessed, you're protected. But something is keeping you up. Something is worrying you. There could be, you know, recurring thoughts that just, you know, you can't rest. Let's get a clarifier, please, for Taurus. Let's see what is potentially stressing them out with this Nine of Swords, please. I'm getting two. Okay, new beginnings and waiting for something to come to you. Yeah, I do feel like, and that's kind of true with earth signs, you know. It's not surprising that earth signs get some similar messages because, you know, we like to know what's coming. And I feel like, you know, what it is the unexpected is kind of bugging you, Taurus, because it's like, I don't know what's coming next. I don't know what to expect. I just have to wait and see, and you don't really like it. Three of Swords is the same energy. It's like waiting for those ships to come to you, waiting for an effort or something you've put out there to return, right? And it's like that. You might be kind of, maybe you're waiting for some money. Maybe you're waiting for a check. Maybe you're waiting for a refund. Maybe it's this sort of like, I need this to come in. It's stressing me out. When's it going to happen? And it's like you feel like, you know, you have to let go of it, you know, in order. It's kind of that watched pot never boils action for you, Taurus. It's like let it go and let things come in, but that's often easier said than done. I do know that. Thank you so much, Ali, for that blessing. I really appreciate it. And I've got you in my mind and in my heart because that's a tough thing you're going through. No joke. It's very, very hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever been through. In the immediate past, Taurus, we have the 10 of Cups. So I do feel like there's actually a lot of positivity around you. Either something really good has recently happened to you. There's somebody in your life that's very positive. Maybe home life is pretty good on the whole. But overall, you are really blessed. You have a lot of blessing around you. You probably have more people that care about and love you than you may realize, too. Let's get a clarifier on this 10 of Cups, please. Seven of Wands, and yeah, you may be a little protective about it. You may be very defensive. You know, or coming from a place of having to protect your home, or your personal energy, your personal happiness. You may have really had to stand up for that and stand up for yourself. Going into the immediate future, interestingly enough, we have the 9 of Cups. So I feel like, you know, you also still have some very active hopes, wishes, dreams, and ideas for the future. You know, and my big advice would be to say, you know, don't get complacent with it, Taurus. Don't get kind of lazy with it. Don't sit back on it. Even though things are going pretty good in a lot of ways, you got to act with this, right? Because you've got some very strong wishes, dreams, goals that you want to see come through. But you do have to take action on it. Don't just sit there like that little guy. Let's see what we've got clarifying this 9 of Cups, please, for Taurus. Five of Swords. And Taurus, you know, this to me is like, oh my goodness. This is a couple things I'll say about this card. I don't like the Five of Swords. It's one of my least favorite cards in the deck because it usually indicates that you may have some toxic people in your life, or there may be just one person in your life that's not any good. If you do have a person like this in your life, they're usually kind of narcissistic, sometimes a bully, sometimes they're the type that wins at all costs. It's a classic situation, especially in a workplace, you know, where they just always put themselves in a position to be the winner, so everyone else is the loser kind of thing. It also indicates that sometimes your own attitude about something can be that win at all costs, or this inability to put something down even when you really need to. So if there's something that you got to let go of, Taurus, I would say let go of it. It's probably not worth it. Even if it is in pursuit of these higher wishes, goals, and dreams, it may be better to let that go and pursue a healthier dream, you know, really on that. On the bottom, inside, this is what's in your heart of hearts, the Strength card, subconscious position. So the Strength is in here. This is strong Leo energy. Don't let your pride get the best of you. Be a little flexible. And this is also saying that it's very important for you to balance. And I think that you're sensing that. It's like to balance those stronger, heavier emotions that you may be feeling. You know, the Strength card is the spirit. The woman is the symbol of spirit, calming down that roaring lion that can be our ego, our pride, our hurt feelings, all those things, right? And our spiritual side is saying, now, lion, chill out, relax, and, you know, and we know, like, when we're able to do that for ourselves, you know, in Taurus, this may be a real time where you're working to do that, because that's what's important to you right now, is really bringing your emotions into balance and into check. Because instead of being an unhappy roaring lion, you want to be a happy purring kitty cat. You know, it's like, oh, now I'm relaxed. Now I'm coming from a place of true strength. It is also a courageous card. You may feel like you're having to, you know, be very courageous through some part of your life right now. It's like you're really tapping into your inner reserves of courage and strength and bravery. And we have the Queen of Wands. Oh, Taurus, you might be working with a Leo. You might be. But I feel like this is more about you, because this is your subconscious, you know, position. This is some very strong Leo energy, because Queen of Wands is my Leo queen. What do we talk about roaring lion versus happy, contented house cat? There they are. Queen of Wands always has her little magic black cat in her card, because she is a very magic queen. And so I do feel as well, Taurus, I think you're wrestling a little bit with your self-esteem and your confidence levels. And you may be kind of like really working to rebuild that. Instead of, you know, unhealthy pride, I think you're really trying to work to just have, you know, a more self-assured sense of confidence, right? And that's very attractive, and that's very powerful when we're coming from healthy self-pride and worth rather than an unhealthy ego that's just really blustery and obnoxious. So you might be fighting with that a little bit in yourself, but I also think this is a time for courage. It's also a time for creativity and generosity of spirit, right? It's time to just, you know, give with your full heart, because the Queen of Wands definitely gives with her full heart. She's very confident that even if she gives love, even if it's not returned, she's always got more where that comes from. It's a very, very nice combo. On the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit, is the Knight of Swords. You might feel like you've got a whole lot of information or a whole lot of energy coming at you very quickly. You might have to you know, process a lot of information at a rapid pace. It can also be the worries. You know, Spirit could also simply be saying, yes, Taurus, we know your mind is racing a million miles an hour. We know that it's been stressful. Hang in there. You know, just process the info at the speed that you can. Don't worry about the rest. There we go. Yeah. But you know what I feel with this? Whatever info's coming your way, whatever seems like maybe that feels like a lot, but it's a lot of good stuff too. Look at that Ten of Pentacles. There could be a lot of things coming into your life and moving at a fast pace, but it's really ultimately to bring you something really nice, solid, stable, loyal, stands the test of time, right? 10 of Pentacles, that's strong earthy energy right there. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. As the dog in the pictures, the loyalty, the fidelity, right? Wisdom of the years. It's a beautiful card. So even if something comes in quickly for you this month, or maybe kind of makes you feel a little overwhelmed, don't push it away, because boy, there's some good stuff attached to that. Let's get into some advice and suggestions for Taurus, please. Keep going forward, Taurus. Woo! Yeah, you're going through some things. You're going through some things. I do not doubt it. Suggested approach is the Chariot. So to me, this is forward movement, self-awareness and development, learning about yourself very strongly, really understanding who you are from the inside out, listening to your subconscious self. This is a lot of ascension. It's again, to me, it's a card of personal growth and success. So you're probably doing better than you think, but don't get stagnant. Don't get stuck. This is definitely a month that says don't get stuck too much, Taurus. Be flexible. Be a little fluid. Go with the flow. You're really balancing from the inside out. Yeah. 6 of Cups. Suggested approach, you might even be traveling to somebody you haven't seen in a while, or vice versa. The 6 of Cups is definitely elements of the past. This could be old unresolved childhood issues or things that need to be healed. This is strong because both of these cards are strong Cancer energy cards, and Cancer is our sign of home, family, childhood, and soul origins. So there's something very powerful coming back around. Cancer also deals with the past and sentimentality and nostalgia, and there could be somebody from your past that's kind of returned into your life, and they may be traveling to you, you may be traveling to them, or they might be thinking about it, you might be thinking about it. So there's something from the past, whether it's home, family, subjects, or people from the past, friends from the past. These are usually happy memories, 6 of Cups, and if it's not, it's just something that's got to be healed. What you need to know is the 7 of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, Taurus. This is a good time to plant those seeds, plant those intentions. And again, patience was your key word for the month, right? Don't push the river here. Things are going to grow at their own speed. That's why 7 Pentacles, you know, he's kind of leaning on that, like, when are you going to grow? Why are you taking so long? And they're just like, you can't push this, dude. You can't make these seeds grow faster than they're going to. You can't make the fruit ripen quicker than it's going to. We try to manipulate that, but it doesn't always work, you know? So let it come at its own pace. What I get the feeling of is whatever it is that's in motion right now, it may take a while to get there, but once it does, it's going to be very long lasting. There's that sense of longevity here once you get to the destination. So don't rush the process. Don't rush the journey. And the Emperor. Wow. I also get the feeling that slowly, Taurus, you are growing into your Emperor stage, right? This is that, like, leadership, ready to take the reins, ready to direct others and be in charge, maybe running your own business, whatever it is. But it's taking time, but you're getting there. Like, you're getting ready to lead the charge. I love it. Hopes and fears. Queen of Pentacles, our little Capricorn queen with her bunny rabbit. I always love the bunny rabbit. But, you know, to me, this is just saying that you're really hoping to have a good sense of grounding, good financial boundaries, you know, to continue with success at your job, whatever it is, to invest wisely in the future. You're really hoping to do that, right? That's what you're really hoping for here. Let's get a clarifier on that, please. Look at that Tower. There's a lot of shakeups going on. You know, this could be, to me, like, it could be a change of job. It could be even a change of priorities when it comes to your work or what you do for work, because the Tower is Mars energy. And, you know, Mars to me is action. It's, you know, pure action and things moving forward, not being stagnant. And your outcome card is the Tower as well. So you got the Tower in your reading twice here, Taurus. There's definitely some things being shaken up. Some kind of old structures that maybe don't serve you very well. particular people in your life or in your workspace that don't serve you very well. It's a whole lot of shaking going on for you, Taurus. It's funny because Virgo had the same outcome card with the Tower. And I told them, you know, one of my favorite things I've ever heard about the Tower card is it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So even if it's upsetting, even if it's a little chaotic, it's really happening in order for you to reestablish a solid foundation. Because if the one that you're working on or coming from right now isn't solid, isn't stable, isn't going to last the test of time, things are going to happen. Spirit is going to conspire to dismantle that old foundation and help you to rebuild one that is going to be positive, successful, and last the test of time. So let's get a clarifier on this second Tower card here for Taurus. Queen of Cups. That's an interesting one because all the earth signs are really like riding in the same card tonight, because Virgo's outcome card was the Tower, Capricorn's outcome card was the Queen of Cups, and you're getting both of theirs together. Isn't that wild? So Queen of Cups, Scorpio Queen energy, Cancer, Pisces, very watery, very sensitive, intuitive, emotional boundaries, right? And so I feel like something's getting shaken up and you're really learning. I think you're establishing better foundations with people who are genuinely trustworthy. And you're learning who you can trust and who you should be careful of. That's absolutely what I feel there. And just as I said that, as I lifted up the deck, look at what fell off the top and what's on the bottom. Taurus. Oh my goodness. If you've been dealing with people who are liars, thieves, aren't truthful with you, don't treat you right, that have broken your heart, that's who's shaken out of you. That's who's being let go of. That's what's being dusted away. That is absolutely it. And look at what was on the bottom of the second deck. Judgment, second chances, brand new life, phoenix rising from the ashes, total rebirth. Beautiful. Fabulous reading, Taurus. I love it. Let's get an affirmation on this for you guys. Yes, here it is. You're in a growth cycle. The element of wood and the energy of our little panda bear there with the bamboo. Yeah. There is auspicious energy around you. You are experiencing vigorous growth. This is a good time to learn, develop new ideas, new ways of doing things. Break away from the old unhealthy habits and step out of your comfort zone. Your reward is ahead. I can't even summarize that better for you, Taurus. Oh my gosh. With the Tower, breaking away from old bad habits, negative people. Yes, it's time to establish a new way. And I know that's not something you always relish, because no earth sign loves change. We're just like, do we have to change? It's like, well, Taurus, if you want the big, good, awesome rewards, yeah, you're going to have to do some changing. You're going to have to do some shifting. And this growth is happening very naturally. It might be slow. It might be steady, but it's coming. Remember what you need to know. This is that slow and steady growth, that you're getting ready to step into your own, to really stand in your own power. What a great read. What a great night, guys. So glad to be back with you. Like I said, I'm still recovering from a really nasty cold and sinus infection that I had most this month. So I'm just kind of taking it as it goes. I'm not going to say exactly when I'll be back on for our next session, but our next session will be for our water signs. Tonight was all our earth signs, and we will do all the September forecast in this live stream style. I started doing this a month or two ago, and I really enjoy it because it allows me to get all these monthly forecasts out while also getting to interact with my audience. So thank you so much, guys. I love you. Thank you, Ocean. Thank you, Daisy. All the folks that came in tonight. Ali, thanks again for that donation. Corey Ann, I saw her in here earlier. I saw Heart of Gold. So yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it always, and I will be seeing you all soon. Dragon out. I'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.